Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. My Long Island TV starts now.
This is GSE Dynamics in Hauppauge, New York. I took engineering at Brooklyn Poly and worked for Grumman every summer. You'd be riveting one summer, wiring another summer on the drafting department. And eventually I graduated and was involved with structural design of aircraft. And as time went on, they asked me to get involved with some new products, not necessarily aircraft, but manufactured products. They got quite a few contracts for these parts, and the board of directors decided not to proceed. So the president of the company was Lou Evans. He asked me to please help one of the Long Island manufacturers phase into these products. And they asked me to be a consultant to that company, GSE Dynamics in Mineola, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the environment of a small manufacturing company. In fact, in Newsday, there was an ad for a company for sale, a sheet metal shop in Farmingdale, of which I wanted to buy and phase it into the manufacturing. I had no money, of course, and I ended up renting the whole facility. The people, I hired the owner and built that into GSE Dynamics.
To be able to see a contract come in, see my dad get excited about it, and then 6 months later have a product shipped at the end of it is just, it's exciting. My dad would show me drawings and parts and contracts, and I got basically exposed to it at a very young age. And then I was by nature a science and math kid. I loved science and math. And I took that into the medical field. But I think the skills and the knowledge that I had were transferable to what I just had naturally, which was the passion for manufacturing like my father.
We're able to split up the task so we don't step on each other's toes. I still want to be the one that signs the proposal. I will get the work in, and she takes it from there. The job gets broken out, methodized as to what we have to buy, what we have to make, what tooling we need, and she runs the show at that point until it gets signed off by the government. She will grow the company to a level that I think she feels she's comfortable with. We're not naive. I mean, there's certain sizes that you want to grow it to have an efficiency without losing control of it. Now, she'll have to make that path, that guide, but that's the phase I phase over to it, and she'll do well with it.
There's a family feel here, and the number of people that we have, it's a very close-knit group of people. And I don't want to ever lose that, and I think that's the balance that I have to get comfortable with. I like that intimacy, so to speak, that I can go and talk to everybody and have that personal touch. I have 4 boys, 9, 7, 6, and almost 3. So I'm constantly doing it too. If there's a C5 or a C130 on the television, I'm like, you see that? You see that leading edge? You know, we make that. And it does, and you see that glisten in their eye as well. It is exciting. It's a funny reaction when they say, now what do you do? You know, like, I'm I own a defense manufacturing company, and they always do that kind of double take, look at my husband like, really, what does she do? Like, yeah, we make parts for the Navy, Army, Air Force, but it's a great conversation starter, so it works. For Long Island, I've become, I didn't anticipate it, but definitely being an advocate for manufacturing, just because I see how exciting it can be. I'm very passionate about it. That was just a wonderful surprise for me from a career point of view to be so involved in manufacturing on Long Island. And to be able to keep a lot of the government work local is advantageous for everybody. You know, that parts aren't traveling across the country, but we're able to keep it here. So that's a big push to try and keep that effort on Long Island. I think if small companies open their doors and allow kids to come through and get out there and talk about what they do and just be more open and public about it, it's just giving knowledge, to people. I think there'll be a natural progression that kids start getting excited. I mean, how can you not get excited about some of the parts that we make? When you say that a war fighter needed a helicopter door and GSE made it, and here it is. That's just exciting because it's a tangible thing that you can imagine being shipped over and being assembled and put on the helicopter and flying around. That excites kids.
We love it. Well, we have a passion for it. I mean, you can't do anything unless you have a passion for what you're doing. I'm 77. I'll never retire. This is my life.